Hello, everybody. Welcome to Glamtalk 11. Can you believe it? Glamtalk 11. We were just remarking to each other just off screen, talking about, wow, we're about to start an 11th edition of Glamtalk. But let me quickly say hello to my co-host and partner, of course, Mark Butler. As you can see on screen already, we have new gear and everything. We're going to tell you all about that. But let me quickly just say hello to this guy, Mr. Butler. Hello to you.
Hey, everybody. Mark the Infamous here. Happy to be here this evening. Another month has passed. Another Glamtalk. This is the 11th segment, which means that we are one away from a full year of doing this every month. So very excited. Liquor program tonight. New stuff.
I think you got to show
Yeah.
Let's quickly put you on
we've got multiple angles here. We've got a camera here. We've got a camera there. We've got a camera there. So, guys, we are really glamming it up. And we will take on this journey with us. So, get excited for tonight.
Awesome. And like Mark said, lots to cover. But today we're gonna do a lot of Q&As. A lot of people got questions about smart home technology. And we're so excited because we've done a lot in this last month or so already. Lots of promotions. We've been sponsored by the radio. We're about to glam out the whole house very, very soon. A couple of houses as well. It could be you. So let us know if you're tuned in. Let me just quickly say hello to this lady. She's always tuned in. That's of course Colin Butler, and then also hello to Ricky and L Johnson. Guys, also don't forget, we've got prizes to give away at the end of this year. You guys gotta be in it to win it. More on that a little bit later. And Mark, exciting developments, of course, at Glamtalk, and we're going to share all about that. You were particularly excited coming in, and look at this guy. He's a show off, man. He's a really show off. Just check him out.
Hey guys, so tonight back program, we're going to touch on the month of the woman, August month. So that's happening next week. No, we in August. I'm a month ahead of time, guys. August month is before month. Nonetheless. You guys will have a rundown of what happened on Father's Day. The giveaway that we did, stunning. Thank you to CZFM. We'll get into that. Our interview. Then we've got some exciting news. Midnight tonight. We will be launching some new stuff on our website. We'll get into that. And then there's some tech talk. For those that want to know about the new protocols, Wi-Fi protocols out there, we'll just touch on that a bit. Thread, Meta, ZigBee, if you guys know that language, we'll get into that. And then we'll adopt the school. Had to take a bit of a break because of the COVID situation. We've got a note here, Marco. Sound not so liquor. We will sort that out. And then we will get into a bit of routine. And then UPS backup power. And we've got a solution for you guys that don't have connectivity when the lights go out. Let's go. Some for your help. Here we go.
So lots happening on the show tonight, of course, Mark. And you're excited. Why was it for me? Huh?
Sorry, Marco, just say that again. Sorry, man.
Oh, didn't you hear that? Sorry, you were so excited about the new developments that's coming up. Also, guys, so we're going to sort you out in regards to your routers. But that's for a little bit. We're so excited. Lots of person on the show, of course. But let's quickly talk about that CCFM interview and also being part of the sponsors for the Father's Day giveaway.
So CCFM about the Glamtalk Smart Home. We were one of the for the prize giving companies. Put together and we put together a Father's Day gift box, smart box, which were comprised of Google Home Mini, Chromecast, and a smart light bulb. So Marco and I went out to East Ridge Mitchell's Plain, to the lucky winner there, Chody, and we did a semi-installation, but because of not having Wi-Fi available when we were there, it wasn't possible to actually do the proper setup. So we will assist further, but they were super excited. Left from there, went to a treat, met with the Wine God family, and wow, the installation, they were super chuffed. We set him up, old school TV, refurb, with a Chromecast, and Dad is now laying in bed and giving commands from the pedestal. Magic lights are going on and off. Google is playing their special tunes, and we just had a very, very awesome time partnering on this initiative, and we want to do a lot more of this going forward, Marco.
Yeah, so Mark, I think maybe just I think we'll switch over to let's go to our headphones now. Let's go to earphones, and then because I think there's an echo on here, let's sort out going to some of the other sounds. I don't know if you can plug in headphones there.
I think I'm good now. Kashifa is giving me some signals here, so I think my echo is gone. Kashifa can just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I see you.
No, I think she's saying there's still an echo on there, so maybe we'll try to just go over to our headphones or earphones, and Mark, maybe you plug that into your laptop over there, and then I'll go on from over here. So while we're sorting that out, you guys can still start asking us questions in regards to just anything smart home related. Kashifa should be a guru by now, eh? Should be.
Echo is gone. Thanks, Kashifa. She's the best in the West.
Okay, so the echo is
and
gone.
In the South, and in the North.
All right. Mark, maybe we want to show them some of our kit or the gear that we got recently as well. Exciting things, guys. You can see the cap, of course, that we've got on here. Let me just quickly put Mark on screen there. Great, man.
Hey. Here we go. So we've got. Let me just get something here, Marco. Make it easy. So there we go. We've got some. Don't just be smart, be Glamtalk smart, right? So we've got some merch. We've got some masks. So if you wanna kit out, and not any mask, eh? There's a little gadget there. So what that does is it gives you nitrogen into your lungs. Also it's so not just oxygen, also mix some nitrogen banana mix. So yeah, and then we've also got some mugs, some magic mugs. So pour some hot water into a cup or some hot soup, and the Glamtalk logo magically appears. So yeah, we're excited, and these are all merchandise that we give away, guys. So we're not selling them, but if you purchase enough, then you obviously are kitted out with some Glamtalk memorabilia, and yeah, select net smart.
But listen, Mark, let's quickly just go back to some of the initiatives and things that we've done this last month, especially, and also we'll then dig into what's coming for the people. But exciting news coming as well in regards to some of the tech they can buy from us now.
Yeah, 100%. And just some of the stuff that we've embarked on over the past 30 to 60 days. We partnered up now with the primary school, my old primary school, Factory Primary, and we've done our adopted school. Unfortunately, we couldn't go back this month, specifically because of lockdown level increases, and also because of kids basically writing exams right now. So we will reconvene in the month of July, and then meet up with these kids and just feed these young souls. They are hungry, and we are excited to be a part of their growth. So that's the one. The other is, Marco, as of midnight tonight, you will be able to listen to this, guys. You will be able to purchase. You will be able to purchase off our website TP-Link products. What does that mean? If you don't have a router or you've got dead zones in your house, we can now provide you with extenders. We can provide you with access points. So that will be a router, basically. We can provide you with TP-Link mesh router systems. So from your Deco E4 series, so that is the 1 node to the 2 nodes to the 3 nodes. We've got stock of that now. And also the M series, so the M4, which is the 1 node, 2 node, and the 3 node. So if you know a bit about mesh router systems, then obviously you know what we're talking about. If you don't, go onto our website, www.glamtech-sh.co.za. Go check out our blog on mesh router versus extender, and just go and check it out. See, get to familiarize yourself with what is the better option. So if you've currently got a home and in some areas in the house you don't actually get Wi-Fi connectivity, then you need a extender or a mesh router system, which will basically kill those dead zones. So that's coming up tonight. Also, TP-Link cameras. So your static one single indoor camera, your pan and tilt cameras, as well as your outdoor cameras, TP-Link. So that's big news. You can go check them out on Takealot. For julle wat by Takealot koop, check it out there. Come back to our website, compare the prices, and come see for my via. So great news. Mark, if I can just go further.
Yeah.
Also, there's a company out there, they sell UPSs. So when Eskom puts the light out, your UPSs and everything else obviously goes off. Not the UPS, sorry, your router. So you've got no Wi-Fi in your home. Even though your phone is on and your laptop is on, you don't have Wi-Fi. So this company sells a box. It's called the Y box, WI box. And you plug your router and your network box into there, and then, or your fiber box, and then you, when the power goes off, will still have Wi-Fi connectivity. That's a good thing. So we're selling that same product. You can get it from Glamtalk Smart Home. And better than that, we've also got under the TP-Link branding, also a Wi-Fi UPS, mini UPS. So can check your website out. There are great surprises out there, guys. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, we were talking about it over the weekend, and I said, Mark, we got to get these products to our clients because I need it. I know if I need it, other people need it as well. So ons worry nie oor Eskom nie. Hulle kan maar die ligte afsit. At least you'll be able to have Wi-Fi, and then also you can work obviously on the internet, stream movies still. If you're connected to a tablet, your phone, or your laptops, you can still obviously keep the family entertained. And so we're very we're very happy about that. But let's check this comment from Kashifa. This is what it's about. We want to do this. We want to take your money.
Kashifa, it's not that expensive. We're talking about 1,000 Rand or under. So it's not that expensive. We're not about to break the bank here. You don't need to go and pan an arm and a leg.
Yeah, but Kashifa, but there's a labor option.
Kashifa don't need to labor.
Okay.
Got a new job.
Yes. Oh my word. Mark, you're killing the people here. But okay, we know Kashifa is going to buy, and ons spend our Christmas bonuses and alles nou alreeds al. So guys, get ready for everything that's coming your way. here on Glamtalk, of course. And so if you're just tuning in, this is Glamtalk 11, and it's all about telling you about the developments in Glamtech, and also about the specials coming your way. Like Mark also said, as of midnight tonight, you'll be able to purchase those Wi-Fi mesh routers from us. It's an amazing tech. There's no drop, Mark, in your signal when you are connected to this mesh router. So it picks up the better signal wherever you are. Maybe you just want to expand a little bit on what that technology does for people.
Sure. So on the extender, if you've got a home setup with an extender maybe in a room, when you move from your connectivity on the main router to where the signal is weaker, closest to where your extender is, your phone, if it's connected to your phone is connected to the Wi-Fi, will retain the signal of the main router until there's no signal at all. So even though you're closer to the extender where the signal is stronger, it won't automatically change over. So you then need to basically switch your Wi-Fi on the phone off and then on again, and it will connect to the stronger signal. So even though it works, it's just not always convenient. With a mesh router system, when you move away from the connected stronger signal and it becomes weaker, as soon as you connect, or as soon as the second node picks up that you are in that zone, it will then kick you off the weak link and it will put you onto the new extender node or the mesh router node. That is important for many reasons. But again, I can't delve into too much detail on that, Marco, but essentially that's how the technology works. Also, on the Deco system, you are able to, through the app, see traffic, who's going on to what, how long they've been on a particular site, put on restrictions, and a ton of other stuff. So what's also very important for you guys in the smart home environment, a lot of times I hear when people come to your home and they see that you've got uncapped Wi-Fi. First question is not hoe gaan dit? Nie meer nie. It's no, what is your Wi-Fi password?
Yeah.
So when you do give somebody your Wi-Fi password, and it's the same password that you are connecting your home gadgets to, then essentially they've got access to your home gadgets. So what you actually want to do is you want to have a guest password or another stream that only the guest will access, and you will restrict certain avenues or areas for them to navigate through. And this is why it's important to have a mesh router system or some kind of a system where you can split the two. So the Deco or the TP link via the app allows you to set up those kind of protocols as well.
Awesome. And Mark, what else do we have on the agenda before we get into telling you about all the other new developments?
Well, Marco, I've got routines. Okay. And what we have started to explore with concerning routines, magic, amazing.
I think before you even tell them about that, I mean, if you're new to smart home technology, you know, when you get your lights and you get so excited when you can voice command it or you can use the app, and then it's great, it's fantastic. And then when you have your smart home speaker and this thing speaks back to you, and it's so amazing because it's something novel, it's something new, right? But then you get to a stage where the novelty may wear off, but now you have these gadgets and you actually want to get to a point where it becomes integrated into the home. It becomes something automatic. Mark will tell you about those routines, and it's amazing because you can set up a lot of things. If it was for Father's Day, you could set up stuff for that, for Mother's Day, for birthdays, for everyday routines. In the morning without saying stuff, or you can say things to it, or you could just have the routine set up to gradually do things throughout the day. But Mark, maybe you should tell them, because it's very exciting that when people come in, all of a sudden things happening in your home. Is it a demon of a thing? It's just you've programmed it and it does amazing things for you. So Mark, tell them more about that.
So routines are very, very powerful. And once you use them frequently, or when they set up and they operate automatically, when it does go offline, then you realize how your life has been transformed. So with routines, just some simple ones. For you guys that have a home set up already, you will know that you will either via your phone or via the actual switch, or if you've got a 7 or a 10-inch screen, you need to physically touch buttons or say something to put lights off, put lights on, and so forth. So with routines, what you can do is you can now punch in and say that I want the lights to go off at this particular room. I want the lights in that room to dim. I want the ones to go on in this room at this time. And you can basically set that on an actual time. So let's say that at 9:30, you in your home, you want the lights to go off. You want certain lights to dim. So without saying a command, at 9:30, that will happen. On that same routine, you can then tell the system that I want these lights to go back on at 6 in the morning. I want it to be on 30% and I want it to be on ivory. And that one routine that started at 6 o'clock will follow through until the lights go on at 9 o'clock. That is without you saying anything or doing anything. And this will continue as long as there's Wi-Fi connectivity in your home.
I'm laughing because Kashifa is actually very, very funny. Since I have the routines set up on mine and or I don't wake up to work. That's exactly what you can do. It's winter time, Mark.
But the problem there, Kashifa, is that the lights are not going to wake up. You need something to wake up, which means either music,
yeah,
or a TV needs to go on, or a dog needs to bark, or if something needs to happen to wake you up because the lights is clearly not working for you. So I would recommend, Kashifa, updating to maybe a Nest Audio, bigger speaker, nice pumping sound to wake you up in the morning.
But also, what we're talking about also for you, for convenience sake as well, it's winter time and, it gets darker earlier. So you can set routines for that, for sunset. When it's sunset, the lights goes on. Or you don't want to get out of bed because it's cold. So you either voice command it or then you use your app or the routines, which will help a lot of people. I think it's going to save a lot of marriages as well, Mark. Ek dink so.
Like on a Friday, for example, we've got movie night. So on a Friday, instead of us saying, "Hey Google, movies," am I activating stuff here? Instead of you saying that, you can at a certain time just set up a routine, and then that routine will just kick in. So let's say at 10 o'clock you want to start your movie night, then which is the time, or the fact that it's now 10 o'clock. You can very literally sit in front of on the couch. The lights will dim. The lights will change color. The TV will go on. The new movie that you've requested will start playing. The popcorn machine, because you've got a smart plug on there, will activate. If you've got a coffee machine that can start brewing coffee. That's or cappuccino, whatever you drink. It's winter. And this can all happen without you saying a thing. Just a routine. So there's a lot of different. I'm just touching on the novel things, but there's a lot of different things that can be done. For example, at night in our home, we don't want when music plays, for example, or when somebody accidentally activates Google, for Google to start shouting back top volume. So literally every day, 8:35 or 9 o'clock, the voice command will come up and say that, sorry for interrupting your whatever, but I'm going to decrease the volume on all speakers to 3 or to 30%. And it will basically tone down to 30%. So if anything happens throughout the night, it will be at 30% throughout the house. And that is just set up by a simple routine. And I don't ever have to think about it again because it will just continue working like that.
And I don't know if that's enticing people enough, but if I didn't have the stuff already, I would buy it, because I think this is the way to go. We just to take you back to Saturday past when we did an installation, delivery and installation, was in a retreat, right? And
Retreat.
Change those people's lives. The lady first said to us, Mark, when we got this, he says, "No, this is going to make you lazy." But 2 or 3 hours later, when we were done, it was a different story. He says, "Wow, I didn't know we could do all of these things." They immediately fell in love with the technology, and so. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for you. And it was probably one of the better installations for us. I think we both enjoyed it. The fact that we could change somebody's life right there and then, and it's just the convenience of it all. I reckon the guy, he says he's not going to use the bedroom because he still loves dance. I don't think so. Once that stuff is in your room, he's not moving.
We'll have to do a follow-up just to check with the wife. We need to speak to the wife and find out if that situation is still the same. But definitely, if you don't have these products in your home, start investing in them right now, because they are quite affordable. Contrary to popular belief, they are quite affordable. And if you have Wi-Fi already, that's a plus. At this point in time, you might have uncapped Wi-Fi. You might have 100 meg line.
Yeah.
Upload or download. And you're currently using it just to stream movies, maybe, and for WhatsApp and Facebook.
Yeah.
And you're not really putting that particular service to its full benefit.
Yeah.
So invest in smart home tech. And you don't have to start crazy big. Start small with maybe a Google Home Mini, maybe a Chromecast, maybe an Echo Dot if you're into the Amazon side of things, a Fire Stick and so forth. And then just start building on that particular ecosystem until you've got something that will really transform the way you operate.
I love that. And Mark, we quickly got to move into some of the other aspects of Glamtalk. And we also would like to take your questions. I think that's more important for us tonight.
Yeah.
We're just going back to basics again. We have no other guest in. Today is all about listening to you as well. I think it's always important to hear from our client base, to hear what's on your minds. And so you guys can pop us a question in the comment section, and then we'll try to address that as best we can in the last bit of the show. So Mark, moving swiftly along to some of the other stuff for tonight. What good news are we telling them about?
Well, good news. I am bombarded with this conundrum. I don't know if it's a conundrum, but when you purchase from Glamtalk, every 1,500 Rand that you spend grants you one entry into the draw. That is for the 23rd of December draw. 42-inch smart TV. So if you have not purchased, or if you've purchased 300 Rands worth of stuff, you've got an invoice with us for 300 Rand, then it's nog 1,200 short for the entry. So what you want to do is you want to get into the draw. So we've just very recently acquired the services, the person has acquired the services of Glamtalk. And this is basically allowed for them to have quite a number of entries into the draw. And this guy has basically said, I'm about to win this TV. And he's set himself up to every month purchase X amount of products so he can get into this draw. So we want to encourage you guys to just continue to support, obviously, the business, but obviously with the mindset of there's something to win at the end of the day. 42-inch smart LED TV. It's unbelievable. Come the 23rd December, that name is drawn, possibly by the 24th. That TV could be on your mantle, pedestal, plasma unit, in your mirror. Yeah.
You got to be in it to win it. That's it.
Yeah. So every 1,500 spent is an entry. So it doesn't matter if you buy 300 Rand today, 500 Rand tomorrow,
and we're not talking about
1,000 Rand a day after.
We're not talking about last year, this year.
No. From the 1st of Jan this year, Marco.
Yeah.
2021. 1st of Jan 2021.
Last year
until the 22nd of December. So you can't purchase on the 23rd of December and say, hey, I'm in the draw. You're not in the draw. So from the 1st of Jan, which happened until the 22nd of December. So Kieran came to win it last year. Admiral Roman, he was the winner. He was happy. You could be happy. But for you to be happy, you need to be smart.
Mark is just throwing the stuff around here tonight. I think well, a comedian is. But listen, guys, if you're not purchasing from Glamtalk, you're missing out. And our slogan is just don't be smart, be Glamtalk smart. I don't think some of you are smart enough. A 42-inch LED flat screen TV, smart TV, to go with the devices as well, not to be scoffed at, not to be missed out. Yeah. So get yourself into the draw, and like Mark said, 1,500 Rand qualifies you to get into that draw. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. If you're purchasing here and there, but before the 22nd of December, if you've accumulated that 1,500, obviously, we would love you to purchase more. But you know what? The one thing is, once you start getting these devices, Mark, I don't know how we lived before. Before we had it, I don't know. Would you be able to go back to the way it was?
It's going to be hard. It's really going to be hard to go back to not having, well, firstly, no Netflix. Not able to stream any music. Not being able to command lights to go on and off. It might seem like we are not there, but for some people, we are past that. So it's going to be very hard, Marco, to be honest, for me to go back to not having that. I used to be one of those individuals that every month purchased 10 CDs. So I've got boxes and boxes of CDs. I don't need to take out a CD to play music any longer. I can request for any song via Spotify, and it will just play. And I can repeat that song for however long I want. So I can't go back. I can't go back to the... Yeah, it's just that. That's a song, just that.
So I see there's a question popping up. Maybe we'll just keep, Mondre, we'll keep your... questions for just a little bit later. I haven't seen Mondre in a couple of decades. I saw him for the first time when he came to purchase some smart home devices right here. Mondre, you are now a smart guy. Hey, you're very smart. He's no more.
You're a Glamtalkian.
Yes, it's a Glamtalkian. That's on another level, Mondre. But we'll keep your question for just a little bit later in regards to Apple. So anybody else, if you've got questions, you got to send it to us now, and then we'll try to address that. We've covered the routines as well. You can also go check out on the website. There's a blog there that gives you how many routines in there that you can use? Or the
20 routines. Just on the Google Home Mini.
20 routines on there. So it's just not just a speaker that's there. The other day, though, when we went to one of the customers, so the size of the speaker is obviously small, but the idea of the speaker is that it is your AI device, right? So it is obviously your hub before you get to your screen, your 7-inch or your 10-inch hub. But this guy was amazed at what the speaker could do in terms of in the room. We set everything up in their room, so they had the light, they had the speaker, and they had the Chromecast. So you set, I think, in terms of that combo, Mark, if you want to start out, it's a fantastic way to start out. And also, if you're into your movies and your series, I think that's a very good combo to have. Go check out our website as well. There is a bundle there. We actually saved one of our clients a bit of money by them purchasing the bundle. So go and purchase bundles on our website as well. Go and purchase more. I think go boss. You're not going to regret it. And if you're a Glamtalkian, then you're actually already very smart. I reckon, Mark.
Definitely. But yeah, you need to go in and constantly go onto the website. We're always changing up things there, so there's opportunity there for you to either get some specials, get a promo code of some sort, get a bundle deal, and just get the best possible deal for you for what it is that you're looking for. If you can't find it there, you've got our numbers 061 533 6700. Text us, and we will try and come back and source a product for you if we need to do that. We've actually sourced a product for a client that we're going to on Saturday, and this product is not available in the country. So we've sourced this product. We're going to do the installation. It's not here yet, but we're doing an installation for this particular gentleman and lady this coming weekend. So let us know.
Mark, do you think we should get into that question that Mandre sent? I think
let's go.
It's about.
Are there any other questions?
Not yet, but you can send through your questions to us.
Ask us questions.
Yeah, it's a Q&A section now. So Mandre asked this question. Mark is asking, what about the Apple HomeKit?
Okay, great question. So we're always talking about Google, we're always talking about Amazon, and we don't really delve into Apple. And there's a reason for that. Apple is expensive. And because we're trying to introduce people into the smart home ecosystems, it's just a lot easier to introduce you into this particular environment via either Google or via Amazon. So Alexa, people know, and people know, hey, Google. But what people don't necessarily know is Siri.
You want to activate your device.
Sorry.
I don't understand.
Sorry. Nothing that for some of you have just woken up all of your minis.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Oh my goodness.
Sorry about that. Okay, so moving along. So on the Apple HomeKit or the Apple ecosystem, you've got Siri, who basically is the AI. But in terms of products being available, there's a lot less products on the Apple ecosystem. Obviously, for Apple also, there are certain devices that don't integrate with the other two ecosystems, and on that, you've got some kind of you limited. You don't want any limitations because ultimately you don't necessarily want one system. You want a hybrid. So both Google and Amazon, and if you've got a few Apple devices, bring that into that particular ecosystem and just work your entire home using all of those gadgets. So can we get our hands on Apple devices? Yes, we can. The problem though, Apple devices are very expensive. So if you know what an iPod costs, and then that obviously is not appealing to the guy that's just trying to get into this environment. The same, similar to all the other Apple devices. The good news, though, Mandre, for you, is that if you guys are familiar with Chip, so Chip is connected home over IP. And the protocol was basically designed as a software solution by solution, so it's no hardware issues. And it's basically designed for all those major ecosystems to work as well together. So if I, for example, buy devices that were previously only for Amazon ecosystem, then Chip basically tries to now have software updated onto that particular devices so that they work across the board and not only with specifically Amazon. So the news that just came out 2 weeks back, week and a half back really, was that Chip has now been changed. So the Chip CHIP is no longer. They've now changed it to Matter. So Matter is the new name with a new logo, and it has exactly the same objective as what Chip has. Still to bring all of these major ecosystem devices for you to utilize it as you wish. So if you currently have, if you know Ring only works on Amazon. It doesn't work on Google. So if I buy a Ring doorbell, I can't integrate it into my Google ecosystem unless I use Home Assistant and some other avenue to make everything work together. So again, Matter tries to move us away from that so that we can all use all devices in any ecosystem that you've already set up. And also Matter's whole plan is to basically become ubiquitous, which basically means that like Wi-Fi, you don't have Wi-Fi only for a certain ecosystem. Wi-Fi is across the board. And this is what Matt is trying to do. I hope I've answered the question.
So thank you, Mondre, for that question. You guys can still send us your questions via the comment section as well. So while we're waiting on that, Mark, let's quickly talk about a couple of aspects of smart home technology. We'll maybe just touch on a couple of them. So a lot of what we're concentrating on is communication, security, and of course, entertainment. I want to get into the security aspect of this technology as well. And maybe we don't speak too often about it, but in a country such as ourselves that we live in, we, of course, need to be safety conscious as well. How does this technology play into helping people where security is concerned in terms of the tech that's available at Glamtalk, elsewhere as well? But I mean, how can they utilize these smart home tech to add extra security to their homes?
Okay, so security, Marco, you can address in two ways. One, devices that will try and make you feel more secure. And then two, making sure that whatever you have is not compromised from a security point of view. So people, for example, being able to hack into a system. So let's focus on the first one first. So from a security aspect, you can have cameras in your home, you can have sensors, PIR sensors, lights, like floodlights. So if somebody crosses a beam, lights go on. You can have sirens, and so forth. So what we would focus on from a security point of view would normally be cameras, switches, and sensors. So on the cameras, which is the easiest way to basically set up security, you would place cameras either inside or outside of the home, and via the app, you'll be able to monitor. You can set certain zones in terms of when people move in those areas that you will be notified, either by push notification or by your phone ringing or by whatever. But you can set up those protocols however you like. So that's the easiest way. The second thing would be sensors, and also maybe like specifically PIR sensors, passive infrared, and also the contact sensors. So contact sensors, in that when you open up a door or open up a window, the notification obviously comes through to your phone, or when that door opens, that sensor will tell the camera, which is closest to that particular door or sensor or window, to start recording. Send you a thumbnail onto your phone, a live feed, and you can actually see what's happening as it happens. You don't get that from being on ADT or from being on Chubb. They will let you know that the alarm is going off and somebody will be dispatched, but you're not getting a live feed. So this is very different. And this you don't pay for once you've bought it. So that is I think the options available. And I'm just giving you very high level in terms of what you could do. How to set it up, that is obviously left to your imagination. So in my home, if the smoke detectors, for example, pick up that there's smoke, or which normally means a fire, then the alarm will be activated as well. Cameras will start going on. A routine will go off where all the lights will go on in the house, and there will be an actual announcement made, please evacuate, go to the nearest point, dial 107, and so forth. So that all happens by integrating all of that security aspects into the ecosystem. And again, routines. And then on the security, in terms of being sure that you are secure, in that you have put, for example, devices in your home, and you don't know if somebody is watching you, logged in, hacked into your camera, over your door. Sorry, I don't know. I always find it fascinating that when people ask me, but is it possible to hack into the system? The answer is exactly the same as, can somebody hack your cell phone? So if it's a smart device and somebody really wants to access it, they will. So the key lies in making sure that you got the protection in place that will prevent that from happening. So the same like with a car. When you buy a car and you don't have smash and grab film on the window, it makes it easier for somebody to break in. Doesn't mean they can't break in when you do have a smash and grab on your car window. So exactly the same with us. So things to note: make sure that your Wi-Fi passwords are strong. Make sure that your firmware on your devices are updated regularly. Make sure that you separate your cell phones from your home system connections. So if you're able to, for example, separate the two and have a different stream, for example, for your cell phones, then do that. That will protect you in the event of being a compromise of any sort. And then thirdly, make sure that you just constantly keep the devices updated, because there's always obviously information that is sent to those devices from the service providers.
So Mon has got some excellent questions on the comment section as well. We'll get to that, Monre, in a moment as well. So Mark touched on some of the security aspects of that, and a lot of that, like I said, is higher end in terms of the thinking. There are a little bit simpler ways of doing things, but obviously the better you become acquainted with the technology, you can do a lot more. And then we wanted to still talk to you about communication, but also about also the entertainment part, and then the aesthetics of how you could be changing the look and feel and ambience and everything in regards to utilizing this tech. So let's quickly go back to this question from Monray, and he's asking, is it possible to integrate your existing ADT security system to your smart home ecosystem?
Right. So ADT, your system will most probably be an analog system. The system that we're talking about when we talk Wi-Fi would be digital. So the two are not the same. So you need certain bridges so that they can connect, obviously. They can speak to each other. So as your system stands right now, you most probably won't be able to integrate it. And I don't think that ADT would want you to integrate it and make it easy for you to do that, because then they would simply just lose their business. So ADT has rolled out a massive Wi-Fi or IP, what do you call it, Malcolm? Campaign in North America and Canada, where they've actually moved away from the analog and where you can purchase a full-on ADT system, which is digital. So ADT has not rolled that out in South Africa ever. That's coming. It might not come very soon, but it's coming. And the reason why it is coming is because ADT has partnered with one of the bigger role players. I think ADT has partnered with Google. I'm not 100%, but I think that is the partnership that was created. So that will be coming, but we're talking a little further down the line. However, as your system stands right now, you need certain bridges. So you need to know your tech to be able to bring that into a Google ecosystem. Might not work with Google, because Google specifically, you need to download certain apps into Google Home to make it work.
So that's an excellent question from Monre there. And Mark, I quickly want to touch on communication and the benefits of having this tech in your home, right? So the other day when we went to go install the products, this couple couldn't believe in regards to even the shopping list. I think our good friends, what's their name again? Michael and Laverne, they love the shopping list, where you can simply just, what's the word? You can just put it on the list, and whoever's at the shop, they can, of course, they see what's on that list. So that's part of the communication. But the other one is, I can't speak too loudly because Google will then pick up what I'm talking about. But when you want to call somebody from your Geo system as well, how nice is that, Mark? You can be here, or you can be anywhere in the world, and you can actually just say call home, and it will call home. Obviously, use your unless you have the Pixel Buds, but when you use the wake words for Google, if I say it now, then it's going to wake it up. But you can do that. So it's an easy thing now to be able to communicate via the system, because it's Wi-Fi based. So if I want to be phoning my wife now on the speakers at home, I can do that, and she can do the same coming my way as well. So that just also helps just for peace of mind if you want to reach somebody at home or loved one. So we're just telling you about what can happen. Also, if you have the Chromecast, I often what I do is if I'm on my laptop and I'm on Google Chrome, Google Chrome picks up the fact that there's a Chromecast in the house or in the TV when it's activated. Right, I'm able to just be able to click on the casting icon, and I'm on my big screen TV. I see everything there. I can do all my homework, my work on there, and I've got a bigger screen to work from in terms of not just watching on the laptop or working on there. And if you want to do presentations like that as well, or if you think about a home church setup or home cells, where you don't have to plug in a lot of cables. I'm just giving you the examples of what you are able to do with this remarkable and amazing technology. So, for instance, if you have a small group and you want to have verses on the screen, or you want to have your songs played or your videos, you're already connected to Chrome, you simply just cast it onto the screen, and there you go. So that's part of the communication. We'll get into just the aesthetics. We're running out of time very, very quickly. We've got a few minutes left, but there's also the aesthetics and entertainment part of that. Maybe next time we'll show you more here at HQ in terms of just what your live streams look like and how you can command and change just the setup. Let's quickly get to Harold Aris. There's a question that he posed, and it says, but are you not able to set ADT as an emergency contact in the case of an emergency?
Well, I don't have ADT. So,
but is that the possibility, though, if you want to set it as a...
I don't know, Marco. To be honest, this is the thing. If your alarm is set, or if your alarm is activated, and you've got ADT, they're getting a radio signal, so they're going to dispatch. So the question that I've got is, when are you talking about, does ADT need to be informed?
So I think earlier you mentioned about your routine being set up, call 107 as that is the contact number there. Maybe he's talking about when these things happen, security-wise, to be able to set it as that emergency.
Okay, so let me maybe explain this. When you're making a phone call via Google or Mini, like Marco just mentioned, the phone call is made as a VoIP, so voice over IP. So for that to happen, the person that you're calling as not a phone number.
Just to interject, I think he's talking about something different altogether, and he mentions they're correct. I think you mentioned the routine in terms of your evacuation plan, and it's set to phone an emergency number. What he's basically asking is, can it be set as an emergency number then?
It can, but the problem is that ADT most probably won't be on duo. If you know what I mean. So they're not going to be answering, and Google won't ring. It will basically come up with what Mandre is asking. This number, for example, cannot be called, because Google is going to now make an internet call and not a call from your cell, your geld.
How does it connect to the 107 number?
It doesn't. It's just making an announcement for the people that's evacuating to contact 107.
All right.
So if I'm running out of the house, then at least I'm reminded to call 107.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to make the call So it's not calling 107. What I have done though, I've put down my cousin's contact number who is on Duo. So the system will then call her. When she hears the commotion at home, my name is on the screen. So she knows something is happening at my home. I don't necessarily need to pick up or answer, but she would be able to hear that there's something happening there. Time of day is maybe not a cool time. So, yeah.
Can we quickly just address Monray? And he's asking lots of questions. We're going to bill you if you want a consultation. And he's saying, it's interesting that I'm having issues phoning via Google and keeps telling me my voice has not been verified. You must stop changing your voice so much, Monray. And but when I try, I can't seem to get the setting. And this is not sure if it is a limitation of the iPhone. You see,
iPhone.
iPhone.
So basically on Android, you will basically set it up in your voice assistant settings and it will do a voice match. So once voice match is obviously activated, then you need to then on the actual device choose numbers that you want the system to be able to recognize and call. So on your actual, I think you've got a 10-inch Nest Max, you will actually be able to pull up contact numbers which you have tell Google these are numbers that my family or I could phone whenever necessary. So you need to set that up first, and then once that is done, then you should be able to make a call by just asking it to call to call the number by saying a name. So I could, for example, say call mom, and it will recognize that mom is X, Y, Z, and to make that call.
Love that, and I love the questions coming through. We have literally less than 4 minutes on this particular live stream. But Mark, just quickly, let's talk about entertainment. So we're covering communication, we're covering security, but we also want to cover a bit of entertainment. And I think we alluded to some of that a little bit earlier about your Netflix and your Spotify's and everything that you can cast. And that is brilliant. But you can start to integrate also your light strips. For instance, like at the back here, where you can see on the screen, on the TV at the bottom is a light strip there as well. That also sets the mood and the ambience in the house, especially when you either want to watch a movie or you want to watch a sporting event. You can have different settings for that. But also if in your kitchen, if you want to have different settings there as well. But what I'm saying to you is that you have the ability to change up your home. If you've got white walls, imagine what you can do to a white wall with different lights. You can do a lot of stuff with that. So have a think on that. The other option will also be your downlights. It becomes a little bit more expensive, of course, the more lights you have, but that's also an option. They can just change the aesthetics of everything. Imagine you have a function or you entertain a lot. Now, the option is that you do not have to change the decor so much, but you can change the lighting, and if there's a specific color scheme, think about what you can do with that, and you can change it up however you want to. And if your decor changed in terms of what's on the tables, you could change it with the lights. You could change the lights according to everything. So I'm just giving an idea of what this technology can do. And maybe we're not utilizing everything at our disposal. Maybe it is just at a very basic level. But once you have these things dialed into in your homes, you can all of a sudden begin to imagine a greater amount of things. You can do a lot of things. And so your imagination is the only thing that would probably be lacking. And once you start to add, and I see Mark nodding here on the other side, he's actually the real expert here. I'm the ideas guy. But what I'm saying to you is you can with less expensive smart home devices, think about it, that you can do a lot with your homes. You can change the look and feel at the flick of not even a switch, the flick of the app or your voice. And you can say, let there be light, and there was colored lights. Hashtag, just saying.
And as we know, light creates mood. So if you're feeling down and out, and just with a proper light, it can affect your mood. So definitely, Marco, and strip lights, great stuff. Downlights, better.
And then we're moving.
And then you've got, the normal light bulbs, and the light bulbs are getting better and better. Yeah. So ultimately, you can really just create an environment that is top class. So definitely, lights part of your entertainment. And I agree, white walls, best thing that you could do for your life, because you can set the lighting up to match any environment. So if you've got a board game playing, change your lights to yellow and green. And just like that, you've actually set up your entire atmosphere to be in the gears. And the same for there's a lot of EPL guys. The same for that, when you've got a game day, Chromecast is playing the game, your lights are tuned to the proper colors, and just like that, you've set up your entertainment. Get your speakers working, so you've got surround sound, and there's a whole lot of other things that you can do. So we'll do a little bit of a demo going forward on some of the stuff that we have been dabbling in over the past few weeks. We'll also be doing another. We've actually been granted access to one of the homes that we'll be kitting out, and we will show you guys that video in the next few weeks.
The one thing that, Mark, I want to say now is that Monday, you've been missing out over the last 10 past Glam Talks. So you see, it's a great, guys, great show. Just to put there, only got a year of this now. Could have been so far along already. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. And this is the reason why we're doing what we're doing, Monday, is to educate, to entertain, infotainment, all of it. But there's not a lot of people that's doing what we're doing. And somebody asked Mark the other day, what makes Glamtalk so unique? And maybe you want to answer that very quickly, Mark. What makes us so unique is that we're giving you this personal touch. I don't think anybody else is doing this. And
exactly,
we said right from the beginning, we want to be part of your journey. And that's what we love. I think we both walked away on Saturday past with such big, huge smiles on our faces, because we started some people off on their journey. Yes, they won the prize, but to see the joy on their faces, knowing now what is possible, they're starting out, but they'll probably add on to that. And the same for you, Mondre. Yes, maybe you've heard about this a little bit late, but the great news is we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Get used to us for decades to come still, God willing.
Yep. We must probably do one broadcast from the moon when Elon Musk takes people there.
Yeah.
Not the moon, from Mars.
Hey, Mark for alles try. But listen, that has been our show for tonight. You guys have been really, really great, and we look forward to chatting with you guys in during the next Glam Talk 12, Mark 12. A whole year, a whole year of Glam Talk.
12 months.
And you guys have our WhatsApp. I'm going to pop it onto the screen for you one more time. If you want to get hold of us via WhatsApp, you can use the number on the screen. That's, of course, 0615336700. And then don't forget to get to our website. You need to get to this website. This is the best thing that's ever happened to you. Ek sê altyd vir Mark Glamtalk in jou mag in www.glamtalk-sh.co.za. Ons maak dinge die mekaar, the people like it, but also love it. So you guys got to go onto that website. I know there's a couple of more comments we just got to touch on. This is from our sub-director. Says, thank you for
semi-director.
Thank you for tuning in, and I hope the guys have answered your questions. Well, also Bas het gepraat. And then thank you to Harold Aris as well. Says Glamtalk care about the product and more about
definitely
the
Harold.
Harold, ek wil amper vir jou bonuses gee dit, but koop net 'n bietjie meer, maybe kan ons praat. But thank you for that comment. Of course, we'd love spending some time with you, and tell people about Glamtalk. Like our Facebook page. You can go onto YouTube as well. Go onto our Instagram, go onto all of our social media handles at Glamtalk SH for Facebook as well as for Instagram. And then, of course,
YouTube.
We're on YouTube. We're also on LinkedIn as well. Go and check out. We also post stuff on LinkedIn there. So if you're on LinkedIn, go and like the Glamtalk page there as well. Mark, your last words?
It's been great. I think next month we'll have a celebrity. Our sub-director is working on a big name.
Yeah.
So we're excited to bring somebody into the studio next week. Well, next month. Sorry, next month. And then also for you guys that have been supporting, thank you. Please continue to support. When you support us, we're able to do things in our communities as well. Our doctor school is dependent on the funds and stuff that we can make available. And also there's a lot of other things in the pipeline that we want to tackle. So midnight, don't forget TP-Link, your mesh router systems, your cameras is all there. Get on the activities, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. So hopefully is it a personal trip na jou huis toe om vir jou op te sit.
So all that's left to say is to end off with our slogan: don't just be smart, be Glamtalk smart. That's how you got to be. And thanks for tuning in. Till next time. There you go. Check that. Be Glamtalk smart. Bye bye, everybody. Till next time. Cheers and God bless.